Welcome to ZBCN Today, your daily dose of deep crypto insight. We don't chase hype, we explain it. From token launches to global regulation, from whales to retail panic, this is where complex stories become clear. Whether you've been trading for years or just started learning what blockchain really means, this channel helps you understand the forces driving the market. So sit back, relax, and let's get right into the facts that matter today. The ISO 2022 coins. These are the digital assets that many believe are set to play a major role in the next big wave of blockchain adoption, especially when it comes to global banking and cross-border payments. For anyone who's new to this, ISO 2022 is basically a new standard for how financial institutions around the world will communicate and transfer data. It's part of a massive global shift that's already being rolled out by central banks and financial networks. And the exciting part for crypto investors is that certain blockchain projects are aligning themselves with this system, which means they could benefit massively once it's fully implemented. This content is for informational purposes only and not financial advice. Always do your own research before investing in crypto. Now, if you do a quick search for ISO 2022 coins, the usual big names pop up: XRP, XLM, XDC, IOTA, Algo, and sometimes QNT. These are the projects that have either been confirmed or are widely believed to be ISO compliant or ISO ready. They're often discussed as the digital assets that could integrate directly with the new financial messaging system. But here's the thing. While these coins have solid fundamentals and deep partnerships in the financial world, most of them already have extremely high market caps. We're talking multiple billions. XRP, for example, has a huge valuation. XLM is up there as well, and these coins have already proven their staying power. They're not small speculative bets anymore. They're established giants in the crypto space. So if you're someone who's looking for maximum potential returns from this ISO narrative, you need to think strategically. It's not just about owning the top ISO coins. It's about positioning yourself in the next wave of projects that could benefit from the same narrative but still have room to grow exponentially. Because one thing this bull cycle has made clear is that investors are paying much more attention to market caps now than ever before. Everyone wants that low-cap gem that can multiply faster once the hype starts rolling in. And that's exactly why I want to focus today on ZBCN, a project that's been quietly building and could end up being one of the dark horses in the ISO conversation. Now, ZBCN isn't officially ISO compliant yet. Let's make that clear. But it's widely expected that compliance will happen before the year is over. And when you consider that ZBCN operates in the payment sector, just like XRP and XLM, it starts to make sense why people are starting to pay attention. Historically, whenever payment-based coins start running, they don't run alone. It's like a domino effect. If XRP catches fire, then XLM and similar coins usually move too. Narratives move in clusters in crypto. The sector moves together. So it's not unrealistic to think that if the ISO coins start pumping, ZBCN could ride that same wave and potentially even outperform because of its smaller size and faster potential growth. Here's the thing that makes ZBCN so appealing from an investment standpoint: the market cap. Right now, ZBCN's market cap sits at around $362 million, which places it roughly at rank 136 on CoinMarketCap. That's already a strong position, especially considering that not too long ago it was hovering somewhere around rank 230. It's climbed steadily, showing real progress, while still remaining small enough to offer incredible upside potential. Compare that to XLM, which sits at spot number 14 with a $10.3 billion market cap. That's nearly a 30x difference in valuation. Which one do you think is going to move faster if money starts pouring into ISO-related coins? Obviously the one that requires less capital to pump, and that's ZBCN. If ZBCN were to even approach the current market cap of XLM, we'd be looking at about a 27x gain from today's levels. But in crypto, these kinds of multiples aren't unheard of, especially when a project aligns itself with a powerful narrative like this one. And what makes this even more compelling is that the ZBCN team isn't sitting around waiting for hype to do the work. They're building. They're forming partnerships, expanding development, and keeping the community engaged. Every few weeks, there's some kind of progress update, and that's what you want to see during these quieter consolidation periods. A strong, active team and a motivated community are what sustain projects until their moment arrives. Now, let's talk about timing, because this could be the most important factor of all. The next few weeks could be crucial for ZBCN, especially as the ISO 2022 deadline approaches. November could be the month where this thing starts to take off, and that's why it's critical not to overlook what's happening. People tend to get caught up chasing things after they've already moved, but smart investors plan ahead. There are still a few days left in October, and this could be one of the last opportunities to position yourself before everyone else starts paying attention. Because when the hype wave hits, entry points disappear fast. Speaking of market conditions, let's check in on the Fear and Greed Index. Right now, it's sitting at a neutral level. Not too long ago, we were deep in the fear zone. That's when smart money starts accumulating, quietly, patiently, while everyone else hesitates. Now that we're back at neutral, sentiment is shifting. It's only a matter of time before it flips to greed, and eventually extreme greed. And when that happens, that's when we see markets rip higher. But also, those are the times you don't want to be buying. You want to already be in position before the crowd turns greedy. So the question is, do we get that big November rally after such a brutal October? If we do, and you're not in by then, you'll likely be watching opportunities fly right past you. It's been trading sideways for a while now, which usually indicates accumulation. The next key resistance zone sits around $0.0048, and if ZBCN manages to break above that, the next major target becomes $0.0060. Beyond that, we're talking about retesting the previous all-time high around $0.0070. A breakout above that level could signal the start of a much larger move, one that could carry ZBCN straight into the top 100 cryptos. Remember, these are the types of setups where patience pays off. You don't chase, you position early and let the technicals play out. And it's not just about price action. The fundamentals line up with the timing here. ZBCN's growing ecosystem, its increasing recognition, and its place within the payments narrative all make it one of the few mid-cap projects that could benefit directly from a massive shift in how the financial world operates. The ISO 2022 rollout isn't just some temporary hype event. It's a multi-year transition that banks, financial institutions, and payment networks are actively adopting. It's about interoperability, transparency, and faster cross-border communication. Cryptos that align with that system or become compliant will naturally attract institutional attention. So, when you put all of this together, the low market cap, the active development, the timing with the ISO narrative, and the growing community, it's not hard to see why people are starting to take ZBCN seriously. This isn't a meme coin gamble. This is a calculated bet on a project that could play a real role in the next evolution of digital finance. Whether that happens next month, in December, or early next year, the potential setup is clear. These are the types of moments where patience and preparation make the biggest difference. To wrap this all up, the message is simple. Don't underestimate the potential of ZBCN or the broader ISO narrative. The market is slowly recovering from fear, and new narratives are what drive the next phase of capital rotation. If ZBCN becomes ISO compliant and payments coins start gaining traction again, this project could move faster than most expect. You don't want to be the one chasing it after the breakout. You want to be the one who positioned early, understood the fundamentals, and waited for the narrative to catch up. Because when that happens, the moves come fast, and the window of opportunity doesn't stay open for long. Stay alert, plan ahead, and make sure your portfolio reflects not just where the market has been, but where it's going next. And that's it for today's deep dive from ZBCN Today. If you found value in this breakdown, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Drop your thoughts below. I read every single comment and tell me which coin or topic you want covered next. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Because in crypto, timing is everything. Stay focused, Stay patient, and I'll see you in the next one.